Good afternoon, dear friends, boys and girls. We are glad to welcome you to our English party. Our party is devoted to Mark Twain, a famous American writer whose real name is Samuel Clemens. Some of his books are very popular with the children in our country, in other countries, and in America, of course. Here, his stories: The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, The Prince and the Pauper. These books are great favorites not only with the girls and boys all over the world, but also with grown-up readers.
Ребята, сегодняшнее наше мероприятие посвящается известному американскому писателю Марку Твену, которому исполнилось 180 лет. Родился Марк Твейн 30 ноября 1835 года в поселке Флорида, штат Миссури. Выдающийся американский писатель, журналист и общественный деятель. Его творчество охватывает множество жанров: реализм, романтизм, юмор, сатира, философская фантастика, публицистика. И во всех этих жанрах он неизменно занимает позицию гуманиста и демократа. Марк Твен был одним из талантливых писателей позапрошлого столетия. Он оставил людям более 20 книг и огромное количество неопубликованных рукописей. «Я еще не знаком с 20 веком. Я желаю ему удачи», – писал Твен. Знал ли он, что сам станет одной из величайших удач теперь уже не только 20-го, но и 21 века? Героям Марка Твена поставлен памятник, по его книгам сняты кинофильмы, а слова писателя «Мир, счастье, братство людей» – вот что нужно нам на этом свете. Будут современны и своевременны.
Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. First time I saw Cindy, she was standing in the door, shoes and stockings in her hand and bare feet on the floor. Get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. She kissed me and she hugged me, she called me sugar plum. She threw her arms around me, I thought my time had come. Get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. If I'm on a sugar tree standing in the town, every time that Cindy passes, I shake some sugar down. Get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, get along, Cindy, Cindy, I'll marry you someday. Every time
dear friends, our party is devoted to Mark Twain, a famous American writer, whose real name was Samuel Clemens. His books are very popular with children all over the world. November 30th is a birthday of Mark Twain. He was born in 1835 in the small town of Hannibal on the Mississippi River. He was the son of the lawyer and spent his childhood in a small town. There he went to school and had many friends. He was a lively boy and he was a leader in all the boys' games.
In 1847, his father died. The boy had to leave school and look for a job. For 10 years he worked as a printer. All his life in Samuel was very fond of reading. While he was a printer, he spent much time in libraries.
In 1857 he found a job on a boat and traveled up and down the Mississippi. It was where he got his pen name Mark Twain. It was taken from the call of the depths of the river. Mark II. Clemens worked as a pilot for more than 4 years. Later, he used to speak about this time as the happiest period of his life and described in his book Life on the Mississippi. Then the young man worked with the gold miners in California for a year. Here he began to write stories and sent them to newspapers under the name of Mark Twain. Mark Twain didn't get a good education, but he knew the folk songs and tales of the Negroes who lived along the Mississippi River, where he grew up. always told several funny stories. He was also a famous humorist. There are many humor stories connected with his name. Here is one of them.
Mark Twain and his friends. Humorous stories.
I had just returned from a trip to the mountains. The air in these mountains was very clear. In many places the echo of a voice came back 5 times stronger than the original voice.
There is nothing. In Colorado, in many places the echo of a voice spoken. Morning comes back in the afternoon.
Listen, the echoes you have told about are very unusual. But in a small church in Hindwell, where I was born, there is a more unusual element than this.
What is so strange about the echo there?
Well, I tell you, if one says in low voice, "Good morning, how are you?" the echo comes back after a moment very clearly. "Very well, thanks. And how are you?"
Once Mark Twain was fishing. A stranger came along and asked him, "Any luck? How many fish have you got?" "I caught 15 trout yesterday," said Mark Twain. "Is it so?" says the stranger. "Well, do you know who I am?" "No," Mark Twain said. "I'm the fishing inspector of this place, and this is the wrong season to catch trout," answered the stranger. Mark Twain thought a while and said, "By the way, do you know who I am?" "No," replied the fishing inspector. "Well, I'm the biggest liar in this place," said Mark Twain.
Mark Twain often received letters and photos from men who had been told they looked like him. One was from Florida, and the man in the photo was so much like Mark Twain that the writer answered him, "My dear sir, I thank you very much for your letter and photo. We are so like each other that I'm sure that if you stood before me in a mirror's frame, I could show by looking at you."
In 1876, the book by Mark Twain, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, was published. As Mark Twain said later, many of the events described in this book really took place and characters came from real life. Tom Sawyer was very often the portrait of the writer himself. Aunt Polly was his mother. Tom's brother Sid was like his own brother. Look at the main characters.
I am the main character in the book, The Adventures